I wanted to come on today to really talk to you very briefly, though, about Instagram and how you might be using Instagram at the moment and some of the ways in which you can even get better results from using Instagram. So first of all, let me just say, when I started my business, nobody was buying followers, nobody was buying comments, nobody was buying likes. And therefore, everything I've ever done in my business with my community, which I've built myself over the last 7 years, has been organic, 100% organic. So I haven't bought any followers, never advised you to buy followers. But of course, we know other people in the industry and other people in your industries do that because obviously it's about image for them, or perhaps they've got different sets of objectives. So what I want to share with you today are some tips that I know will help you in terms of you building your Instagram and actually getting real results on your Instagram. And I do want to say to you, contrary to what a lot of us think, you don't need a huge following on Instagram to get results. You don't actually have to have thousands of following. In fact, you could have 25 connections on your Instagram. As long as those 25 connections resonate with you, are into what you're doing, maybe want to learn more from you, are going to get some kind of transformation from you or experience from you, that's what matters. So don't focus on the numbers. This is the biggest tip I want to share with you today. Don't focus on the numbers. Also, I think it's fair enough for me to say, hi Tree Duck, how you doing? I think it's fair enough to say that aside from focusing on numbers on Instagram, don't, right? Second thing is, don't worry too much about when you're showing up. When you're just starting, a lot of us get really, really bothered about aesthetics. And I've got to say to you that unless you're an image consultant or you're working in branding and your style as a brand specialist might be to make sure that everything always looks slick and amazing, or you are a makeup artist or you're a hairstylist or you're a fashionista and you're very image conscious, then, from the start, definitely look at your aesthetics. Look at your page, look at how it's laid out, make sure it's all nice and pretty, and of course have some kind of system or structure to what you're doing. When you're just starting out on Instagram, what's most important in my eyes is actually making sure that your content is good. Because until your content's good, it doesn't matter how nice and polished your page is, no one's going to look anyway. So you could be posting the most slickest of pictures and absolutely adding no value to the people that are accessing your content. You could be posting really nice, aesthetically pleasing pictures of, let's say, a cup or a mug or your dog or you out in the rain or an umbrella or a calendar. And actually, if you're not using your skills and expertise to share knowledge on those pictures so that your caption's good, so that people have got a call to action, so that they're clear on what it is you're trying to communicate and that it's useful to them, they're not going to follow you anyway. So let me just get that out there. It's great to have a nice looking page, but don't make that like the be all and end all. Some of us spend way too long on our pages trying to make them look pretty rather than just getting stuff done. So perfection is actually possibly delaying your progress. Let me just say that again. Perfection is possibly delaying your progress, right? And the final point I want to raise you this morning is that if you're not commenting on people's posts and you're not actively engaging on people's posts, and not just other people's, but even on your own, if someone comments on your post, if someone goes to your page, if someone says to you, hey V, or hey, whatever your name is, can I find out more information, or this was a great live, thank them. Be appreciative, right? Let me just quickly make sure that I am sounding okay. Just quickly. Thank them. Be appreciative. Make sure that you are actually showing that you are thankful and grateful for what they're doing. And also, I just want to say, if you're not already doing this, comment on other people's pages, because that's going to massively help you with your visibility. Sometimes I'll put a call out and I'll say to someone, comment on a page or comment on this post or comment on this video, and they'll just inbox me. Now, that tells me a lot about your personality. It's either that you genuinely don't want to comment because you don't feel confident enough or because you can't be bothered. But actually commenting on someone else's post is increasing your visibility. So when people invite you to comment or answer a question or respond to something, use it as an opportunity to big up your brand, right? Because actually you might think you're not doing yourself a favor by DMing that person the response. If you comment on their post, then anyone who's looking at that post will see your page, right? Good morning. Thanks for joining. So anyone commenting on your post will see your page. So visibility, a little trick is to comment on other people's posts. A little trick is to actually get your brand out there and to be visible. So when you're watching live streams, when you're doing your own live, when you're actually thanking people for commenting on your post, what you're doing is you're adding visibility, you're increasing visibility of your profile. So there you have it, 3 very quick tips. And I've actually got a link today in my Instagram page bio. So if you go to the blue link where my website is you'll see a YouTube video which you can access even after you've watched this live, even when the link's gone down. You can see it right now on my YouTube, but you can access it now from my page on Insight to Social. And that link is all about Instagram tips. And there are many ways in which you can use Instagram, some of which you may not be aware of. Why are we posting captions without hashtags? Like, that's just a waste of your time, honestly. Unless you're that confident that everybody in your feed will see it, or that everybody in your feed is regularly accessing your content because they've got notifications on, or they're wanting to see your content, so they're definitely going to see your post, then you are missing a trick by not including hashtags. And I would say at a minimum, you definitely want to be including about 10 and mixing them up a bit. And you can include up to 30. Using hashtags is how I built my page over 7 years ago when I started on social media. It's how I built all my pages, was using hashtags. That's how I got organic reach, and that's how I steadily and organically grew my profile online. Now, if you're watching this now and you're not including captions and you're not including hashtags, whilst you might see it as a painful experience, let me tell you, you will get a better. You will get a much better response and also a much better growth rate if you include the hashtags on your post, and if you also make sure that you're including a caption that is useful. So describing rather what it is you're saying, adding a useful tip, letting them know where they can get more information, that's going to be a surefire win. So there you have it. Very quick tips from me this morning for your Monday. Let me know either via DM or on the comments or on the live itself. What are you up to? How are you using Instagram? What's your favorite feature of Instagram at the moment? And remember, if you're not using Instagram correctly or you're not really feeling it, you can change that. You can get help. Right now in my online community, the Evolve to Grow membership group, you can access Instagram tips right now. I've got over 3 trainings in there that you can access right now for a very small fee to help you on Instagram. So if you want to get tips, if you want to get help, and you're not yet sure how to use it or how to get the results, if you want to know how to sell through Instagram, right, which is something I do actively, okay, then make sure that you get the support you need. Right now, you can access 3 courses via my Evolve to Grow community, and you can access them for no extra charge other than your monthly membership fee. And there's no contract. So why not go and check it out? Take care, everyone. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.